out of his motor racing accident, and he came back cycling in these Paralympics and won gold.
He described his motor racing accident as my ticket to the Paralympics. It's beautiful.
That's what you call the power of positive thinking and seeing it as ability, and he's really made a splash.
Interestingly, I was in the prosthetic centre yesterday. The guys that make the wheelchairs were telling me that in Beijing, they got there for the opening ceremony. All the flag there was rolled out in wheelchairs, and realised they had no way of holding a flag. You can't hold a flag and push a wheelchair at the same time. So this year they were prepared. They had turned up with, I think it was 65 holders for each of the flags, depending on how many countries had wheelchair users that were flag bearers. So all of those little holders that are around the side of the chairs, made by the prosthetics company, I'm pretty sure free of charge, just to make sure that people could push and hold a flag at the same time.
I think you might be right. It's that attention to detail, isn't it? Now, we did see something interesting. The Great Britain flag, the Union Jack, is being carried in by Sarah Storey and David Weir. Now, they've both had incredibly successful Paralympic Games. Sarah Storey on the cycling track, David Weir, well, we saw him basically break Australian hearts and her family's heart on 4 different occasions. But I wasn't aware that 2 people could carry the flag, and certainly when 2 British athletes tried to cross the line together and win bronze together, the one that was millimetres in front won bronze, and her friend and compatriot was incredibly disappointed.
David Weir has become known as the Weirwolf over the past couple of weeks, and people around London have been howling him on. They've been doing the Weirwolf.
And he's loved every second. Bradley Snyder of the United States is carrying the Stars and Stripes, and again we're seeing an Afghanistan veteran who lost his legs, and he's now the proud bearer of a gold medal, once again reminding us that Olympics and the movement started in Stoke Mandeville with war veterans.
And there's Evan O'Hanlon carrying his nation's flag. I spoke to him just after he'd been given the word that he was going to be the flag bearer, and he was just so proud. And it's just beautiful looking at all the flags. There's a little bit of a breeze in the stadium tonight, and the flags are all unfurling, and to have 162 nations here, the most ever for a Paralympic Games, it's really special. It just shows where this movement is going to, and there are countries here which have never been to a Paralympic Games. I think at the opening we said it many times, 20-odd times I think it was, that these nations were competing at their first ever Paralympic Games, and hopefully come Rio that a whole host of new nations will get involved as well.
Oh, look at the heart, that's spectacular.
It was the one athlete from Comoros who had 1 race in the pool. He false started, so he was immediately disqualified, but he continued to swim the entire race. He made it through the flags all the way to the end.
And spectacular as the heart shape comes through, and athletes, flag bearers separated from their teammates.
Well, separated. They're definitely inside the heart, and it makes one wonder. I think it's West Ham United that's getting this field after the Paralympic Games. What's the ditch? Makes a beautiful spectacle for us, though.
And I think it'll look quite good tomorrow morning as well.
The music of Coldplay, of course, just a teaser for what's to come.
Funny, Heath, we spoke to Matthew today, and he said he was looking forward to tonight because he carried the flag at the closing ceremony. But he said you're all by yourself, and he was looking forward to celebrating with his teammates tonight.